Today, Sylvie and I are back in the county of Essex, and we're starting our walk in the village of Great Chesterford. Great Chesterford is situated in the far northwestern corner of Essex, about 10 miles south of the city of Cambridge. The walk we're doing today is across country to the lovely ancient market town of Saffron Walden. It's turning into a very warm day today as we take a walk around the village of Great Chesterford. The temperature is expected to rise above 22 centigrade, so we might have to make a couple of refreshment stops during the walk. After our walk round the village, we head towards High Street, near the village pub. We're looking for a little street named Rose Lane, where we should find a footpath out of the village. About 100 yards up from the pub, we find Rose Lane. Near the end of the lane, we find the footpath. The footpath takes us across fields for just under a mile before we come to a little hamlet called Little Chesterford. By the village church, we come to a small car park, and the footpath continues from here. This part of the walk runs close to the River Cam. The footpath eventually brings us to a place called Joseph Farm, which is situated on the Walden Road. And this road leads to Saffron Walden, and it's very, very busy. Just past the garden centre at Joseph Farm, we turn left onto another footpath, and this should take us over a large hill and then down into Saffron Walden. It's not a steep hill, but being quite warm today, we were glad to find a bench near the top where we could sit down and rest and have some water. Pretty sure that's it up there. According to my map, the footpath should soon lead off to the right and take us along the top of the hill. Oh, finally made it to the top of the hill. We go this way, Sylv. God, it's warm. Once we're over the brow of the hill, we can see Saffron Walden in the distance. The path brings us onto a small lane, which is actually just a driveway leading to a farm. I had planned to walk all the way down it, but we came to another path which looked like it could get us there a little bit quicker. Yeah, I think we'll take the footpath down across the field here. It'll probably be quicker. Yeah. 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 Okay. This way. We eventually arrived in Saffron Walden by the town's football ground in Caton Road, and this then brings us out onto Castle Hill, where we can see the remains of the old town's castle. Our priority now is to find a pub so that we can sit down, have a rest and a drink. We walked round a few streets before we found a really nice pub called the 8 Bells, which is situated on the B164, also known as High Street. This road is also the same one that we came out on at Joseph Farm, a few miles out of town.
Well-earned drink.
Yeah, God, well earned, eh? Oh, that looks lovely. After our rest, we take a walk round the town, which is full of very old, characterful buildings. We've been to Saffron Walden a few times before, but it's a place that's always a joy to visit. Well, Sylvie and I have spent about an hour walking round the town, but now it's time to start heading back. We make our way onto London Road, which should bring us out to the town's main tourist attraction, Audley End House. About half an hour later, we come to the main gates of Audley End House. We've been here a few times before, but it's always well worth a visit. This road brings us out onto the B1383 and we head north back towards Great Chesterford. About half a mile up the road we come to a small village called Littlebury. As we pass through Littlebury, we come across a really nice pub called the Queen's Head. Sylvie and I had planned to stop at the pub in Great Chesterford when we got back, but Sylvie was starving, so we decided to stop here for a bite to eat. The pub's very popular and it was also very busy, so we had to wait a while for our food. It was well worth the wait. There'll be some food coming in a minute. Cheers. Oh. But the food's arrived. Yours is bigger than mine, Sylv.
No, it's not.
Alright, if you can't eat it all, I'll help you.
No chance.
Oh well. Well, 3/4 of an hour later, and we set off on the last leg of the walk. We've still got a couple of miles to go. Well, it was now about 7:30 p.m. and fortunately the road wasn't very busy, but about a mile up the road we come to a place called Bordeaux Farm, and it's here we turn off onto a little lane that takes us back into the hamlet of Little Chesterford. We're now back on the original path that we started out on, that takes us back into Great Chesterford. The walk's taken about 7 hours, including stops, and it's covered 11.5 miles. And we ended up with a really lovely sunset to end the day.